I don't know where that thought was going. Gonna cut this out. Okay, so at the end of the last video, I said I was going to wash this fabric and get it ready to cut out. It's just a little bit wrinkled, so I'm gonna run the iron over it and cut out a pattern. I don't have a pattern for the apron that I'm going to make, but I'm going to use my full circle skirt pattern to make a close enough to the perfect size to be the front half of my body, half circle full apron. It's going to have a scalloped edge that I will pipe with black bias tape and have a black Mickey Mouse pocket. The Mickey Mouse pocket might actually end up being a pumpkin Mickey if I can figure out the cricket on my own. And then I will figure out my headscarf. So I fished my circle mini skirt pattern out of my pattern storage. It is big. It is going to be super full. There's 5/8 or I can't remember if I did 1/2 inch or what. I think it's maybe 5/8 seam allowance into this that I won't need because I'm putting the pattern right on the edge of the selvage. So I'm only going to have to do the bias tape along the bottom. I still want to scallop the bottom edge, so I'm going to trace the basic shape of this pattern onto the fabric and then work on the scalloped edge before I cut it out. So what I ended up doing for the scalloped edge on the bottom was just using a plate and tracing a rounded edge onto the bottom of my apron piece cut folded into eighths. When I opened it up, it was a perfect scalloped edge. I really love how this design came out, and I'm happy I didn't end up skipping this like I thought about for a second because it really makes the look. So what I did here was I just took a black double fold bias tape and put it along the edge of the entire scalloped bottom. I love how this look ended up happening. I did it a little quicker than I usually would. I usually do it sewn on the first fold and then folded so it's nice and clean, but in my time crunch, I just placed it along the edge and stitched it, and I still think it came out looking great. Now that the bottom edge of this is finished, I have to make the waistband and attach it. The waistband is actually made here. I ended up not calculating correctly and made it a little short, so I gathered it to fit it all in there, and I actually like the gather in the long run. So I made a little waistband. I'm going to sew that on next, and then it will be very close to done. When I sew on the waistband, what I did here was I made a tiny waistband that's only going to have 3 buttonholes on it instead of doing a full one with a tie. If I did a waistband with a tie, I thought that I might find myself having to untie and retie my apron all day, which I did not want to have to do. So this small waistband makes it easier and more stylized. Once I've sewn on the waistband with the machine, I fold it over the back edge, and I'm going to tailor stitch that closed when I do my hand sewing. Here, I'm cutting out the pockets. I was going to do a Mickey shape. A few days have gone by, and I've still been very sick. And I just went for a basic square lined in the same fabric as the apron. Once I stitched them, I figured out placement so they'd be even and sewed them right on. The apron is virtually done at this point, with the exception of some of the hand sewing, which I'm going to probably do during our trip to Disneyland before we get there. Here I'm just showing you where I'm going to put the 3 buttonholes, and otherwise this apron is finished. Hey guys, so I wanted to wrap up this video a little bit. I finished the apron with the exception of the hand sewing, which I showed and kind of narrated through. I obviously did not want or plan to really be recording a video tonight, which is why I'm wearing sunglasses and am unshaven and have no eyebrows. It is almost 11 o'clock here. We leave for LA at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, which might be like this morning when you're watching this, whatever. But I have a lot to do, so I'm going to save my hand sewing for while we're on the trip. We have Saturday and Sunday in LA, and then Sunday night we move to Anaheim, Monday morning, Disneyland. So I have some time to get things finished. I think I picked out the skirt I'm wearing it with. I'm going to make a packing video tonight, and that will probably come out on Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday, because it seems like this video is now going to technically be out on Saturday. So Sunday you'll get my packing video, and then Monday I will record at Disneyland. I'm super excited for that. I hope you guys are too. I got my Lisa Penny brooch today. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. If you don't, that'll be in the packing video. Thank you guys for watching so far. If you're enjoying this like long Disney setup, like and subscribe. If you aren't, still like and subscribe. Maybe I'll get better. We'll see. I was just talking to Lisa and her husband today, and we were saying how, you know, when you start doing something, you're always going to be bad at first, so you just have to get it out of the way. So that's what I'm doing with a lot of these videos. I'm not there yet with my editing, talking, whatever, filming especially, but I'm figuring it all out, and you know, by this time next year, hopefully I'll be far more advanced, and I think that this Disney trip is going to be super fun. Thank you guys for keeping up. I am going to probably start pulling things for packing, and I'm probably not going to sleep very much tonight. I'm just going to stay up and finish all my projects and my packing, and then sleep for the drive to LA, which is a long one, and Lauren and Eric will be driving in the front seat, so I'll just be in the back so I can sleep. I'm super excited. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you do enough, I'll stop doing finger guns. See ya.